Greater light. Greater greater light. I hope y'all can hear me well. I came to my favorite spot today, right? And the first thing I hear that catch my attention was Jackson Hole. Oh my God, they trying too hard, huh? They are trying too hard. But I'm gonna pay them no never mind. And I'm gonna go ahead and continue with what I was reading yesterday. Well, how many times did I go live? I think I did 3 different subjects yesterday. That's gonna be my new goal. Somebody said I need balance, right? I need balance in my life. And maybe my balance is I was just sticking to one subject when I go live and becoming obsessed with that one subject. But if I could do 3 different subjects 3 times a day, huh? Maybe it would be some balance because there is some type of balance in a trinity, isn't it? No? Yes? Maybe so. Okay, well, anyways, I hope I'm coming in clearly. You know, I decided I wanted to let the background of fresh brewed coffee and uh, and family and friends and people who live out of Jackson Hole just flood the background noise while I sit here in the mist. Okay, the sacred Nawapian teachings that I was talking about yesterday had to do with the Nephilim, but my main focus was Bara, right? Okay, so my main focus was Bara. I didn't focus on Shar or Sham or Igigi or Merkaba. I could go back to that later because I'm still on Bara. But I wanted to go to the next section, which is the first landing on Mars. Why is it important that I'm talking about Mars? Because right now the government is consistently, and every day letting you know that there's things in the sky, huh? And that something is coming. And instead of doing Bible interpretations, I guess they're gonna come close so they could be a little bit nosy. You already know, you have access, and I'm not gonna stop talking. But anyways, so that people aren't afraid of what the government is making them think is coming. You have people like me, and there's a lot of people like me that is telling you this is biblical and religious, and those who are afraid of alien invasions don't truly believe in the word of God. You couldn't possibly. Huh? Well, let me read and be quiet. Like I said I was gonna do. Let me read and be quiet. Huh? They got high Masonic beings staying on my tail. I'm talking about she's staying next to me day and night, huh? She didn't get to fulfill what she was supposed to fulfill in the first place we met. They thought they accomplished something when I went away, and when I came back, their eyes stretched wide open, and she popped back in the scene, and she been on my tail a day and night, huh? I should post her hat in the thumbnail, because as soon as I said Jackson Hole, she looked at me like, you know too much, B. Huh? Some woman couldn't stood talking about her mama and Jackson Hole. And y'all know how many different things. Biden's daughter just married somebody out of Jackson Hole. So you mean to tell me I'm sitting here and all of a sudden the terminology Jackson Hole, and when I said Jackson Hole, she went and got somebody's card, huh? And looked at me crazy like, you really do know too much. Yeah. Huh? And I'm not going to Mr. Brown or anybody else. I'm staying and sleeping in my safe space at the Justice of the Peace. Let me continue. Good morning. Greater Light. First landing Mars. On July 20th, 1976 AD, Viking 1 took a photograph of an odd-looking plateau in the plains of Cydonia on its 35th orbit of Mars. Why is that important? Ain't Elon Musk trying to get to Mars? Huh? Didn't what's his name? Kwame Brown. Oh yeah, Kwame Brown. He must be related to Mr. Brown. I gotta find out. I'm gonna ask Mr. Brown if he related to Kwame Brown. Because I keep saying he looked familiar, but it may not be his look. It might be just the familiarity of the spirit or something. Huh? And why they keep trying to get me off of the justice of the peace and try to threaten me, talking about, the police officer and this a strict town. Y'all sound like y'all scared. Huh? I'm not shutting up and I'm not stopping. They're gonna have to kill me, huh? Maybe I'm a living sacrifice. I don't know. But I'm not gonna stop, okay? Has it only been 30? Oh, I thought it's only been 40 seconds into this live. I was about to go ham, huh? Ham and Japheth. Anyways, so let me stick to the script. Frame 35 degrees 72 showed what looked like a mile-wide human face on the face of Mars. Here, let me do it like this so you can read along with me. Maybe you could read along. See that? Because all of a sudden, I've been coming here now for about a month. Now all of a sudden, they want to be extra loud. Can you hear me good? Maybe let me see what I sound like. Let me see how well I'm coming in. If I'm coming in, I'm not going to worry about how loud it is. I'm trying to do it London McLovin did a couple of weeks ago. London McLovin was in the coffee shop doing his live, right? I said, let me try it and see how I come out. These people might not be down with that. Huh? They trying to get me out of the town, huh? Let's see. Let's see how I'm coming in. How am I coming in? Oh yeah, I sound good. Since it ain't nobody in the chat, I had to do my own sound check. Okay, let me get back to Bard. Okay. So, wait a minute. Let me go back. At 35 degrees and 72 frame showed what looked like a mile-wide human face, the face on Mars. NASA kept this quiet and wrote it off as an oddity of light and shading. Viking 2 landed September 3rd, 1976, 1,800 miles away from Viking 1. Space engineers Vincent DePerto and Greg Moliner later checked into the Viking files. They discovered that 35 days later, on a different orbit and sun angle, the Viking had caught the Martian Sphinx on frame 7013. The engineers enhanced the photos and came to the conclusion that the face was of an artificial intelligence. What? Wait a minute. So, artificial intelligence already existed on Mars? No, 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 no. This can't be true. This can't be real, what I'm reading right here. But you don't have to believe that I'm reading something that says this. You could go check it out for yourself. It says, once again, the engineers enhanced the photos and came to the conclusion, oh, it's just a conclusion, that the face was of an artificial intelligence and that there was a huge five-sided pyramid lying nearby. Richard C. Hoagland, a NASA scientist, made a claim that a place on Mars named Cydonia has the ruins of an entire Martian city full of pyramids, which are geometrically aligned with the face, and five larger five-sided pyramid. The face on Mars is no fluke of nature. The Anunnaki set up cities, bases on Mars 450,000 years ago before coming to Earth. This face was an ancient marker for incoming extraterrestrials to know about the project of the Homo erectus and the Homo sapiens. These cities are remnants of the ancient Egyptian civilization. What? Well, you know, I had to do my further research and I had to get Bing to help me out. And what I started with, I think I read it to you on my live a few days ago about the Martian calendar. Okay, so not only is there already a Martian calendar, they're using a calendar for time. They have Rover, they have 2 dogs there already. They have DNA samples already there. They have a few other things that they have said that they have sent to so-called Mars. Okay. What's significant about what I'm talking about for up to date is October 4th, when they do this signal that they're doing, this national alert, so-called national alert, where 333 million devices will be activated at the same time. On October 5th, there's some big transition with Mars. So the day after, there is a big transition. Now, I could say the day after, but if we go through time and say the time zones, it may very well be the very same day based on the time zone change. So even though the media and Bing or the computer is saying this transition with Mars is October 5th, based on these changes in time zone, it all may be happening on October 4th. Yes? No, because 2:20 in our time, what is it in Martian time, Martian calendar time? Yes, there's a Martian calendar. Okay, let me read to you about the Martian calendar before I go any further. I asked, what year are we in according to Martian Soul? Hold up. Give me a second. Explain Bara research. Oh, I'm going to go back to Bara first, okay? Because this was me going back and forth with Bard. I asked Bard, Who is Bara in history? Now remember the information I gave y'all about Bing's definition of Bara. Bara and Mars is important. If you look at my title, I put Bara first and then Mars. I know I seem like I'm all over the place, but I will get to the point towards the end. Okay? Bara can refer to a few different people. So he referred to Joseph Bara, which Bing didn't. She concentrated on the vamp. Theta Bara. Okay, Joseph Bara in 1779 through 1793, a young French Republican drummer boy. This is where you get pa-rum-pa-pa-pum. Come, they told, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. A young French Republican drummer boy who was killed at the age of 13. There's that number 13. By pro-monarchist forces during the monarchs' forces during the French Revolution. He became a national martyr and a symbol of the revolution. So this little drummer boy was killed at the age of 13 during the French Revolution. Joseph Bara. Then he mentions Theta, which we went over Theta yesterday. If you're interested in knowing who Theta Bara is, go ahead and go to my live from yesterday. She was the first symbol of Sin Ema, and known as the vamp or vampire. The Bara people. Now, I didn't know that there was a Bara people. Bard said there's a Bara people. He may know because the first, the root word of his name is Bar, right? So here, the Bara people are an ethnic group in Madagascar. I thought Madagascar only had animals and stuff, and people can't even live on Madagascar. But obviously, they are an ethnic group in Madagascar. It doesn't say on Madagascar, it says in. Maybe in the hollow earth part of Madagascar? I don't know. They are the largest of the island's zebu herding people and have historically lived in a semi-nomadic lifestyle. So that's what he first told me. Now let me go to another question I asked him. I asked him because, what's that name? Bing was being evasive about the Japanese. She kept deleting it. Maybe because she didn't want accountable about LGBTQ explanations and stuff like that. Maybe, I don't know, but she kept deleting it. But she finally gave me the answer when I was persistent. But that's why I came over and asked Bard. The date that I did this was September 19th. Okay? September 19th when I was asked Bard about Bara. So, Bara means rose. It is a common word in Japanese and used in many different contexts in song lyrics, poetry, and products. In addition to its literal meaning, the word Bara is also figuratively just beautiful, elegant, and romantic. For example, a woman might be called Bara if she's considered very beautiful. Another meaning for the word Bara is a genre of Japanese art and media that focuses on male. This genre is also known as gay magna or men's love. Bara typically features masculine men with varying degrees of muscle, body fat, and body hair akin to bear or bodybuilding culture. Okay. Then I asked Bard, boo, boo, boo. I asked him to explain bara religion. And he says, bara is a Hebrew word that means create. It is used in the Bible to describe God's creation of the universe and everything in it. Bara is a unique word in that it is Bible. Genesis 1:1 states, in the beginning God created bara in the heavens and earth of everything that exists. The rest of the creation 6 days. Using the word bara to describe each are used in the Bible to describe God's other creative acts, such as the creation of Adam and Eve, the creation of the Israelite nation, and the creation of new heavens and new earth. Wait, out of all of the nations, it only emphasizes that God created the Israelites. Everything else might have just been man-made. My bad. That's just the way it looked here. I didn't write it. Barr did. He says God created Adam and Eve, and he created the Israelite nation, and he created the heavens and the new earth that will be established at the end of the world. Oh, there's a new earth that will be established at the end of the world. I'm going to say it again. The world and the earth is two different places. You do know that, right? No, you think the world and the earth are the same? No, the world and the earth are two different places. But at the end of the world, God will establish a new earth. You don't believe that? I believe that with my whole heart, huh? And some people love to tell me I don't need to be praying for it, huh? But I'm going to pray every day. I could pray for everything else. No, I can't. Well, who gonna stop me? Who gonna stop me, huh? Who gonna stop me from praying Godspeed, huh? Talking about he gonna come regardless. Yeah, okay, okay. I'm praying. As a matter of fact, no, I ain't gonna say that. Let me read and be quiet. In addition to its use in the Bible, the word bara is also used in Judaism and Christianity to refer to God as the creator. For example, the Jewish Shema prayer states, "Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one." The Christian creed states, "I believe in one God, the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth." The use of the word bara in religion teaches us that God is the creator of everything that exists and that he is the ultimate source of all life and blessing. It is also calls us to worship and adore God as the creator of all things. Thank you, Bard. That was so beautiful. Body research. What they trying to study on people now. Behavior, attitudes, and risk assessment research. Behavioral effective regulatory adaptive research. Bara research is a broad field of research that encompasses a wide range of topics, including human behavior and psychology, emotion and cognition, self-regulation and adaptation, risk assessment and prevention. Bara research is used in a variety of settings, including clinical psychology, psychiatry, education, social work, criminology, public health. Bara researchers, now here's down to researchers. Like when I was sitting at the library the other day and the surveyors passed by. Does anyone remember that? That was live with me. That was there in the chat. Well, Bara researchers use a variety of methods to conduct their research. observational studies, and data analysis. BADA research has made significant contributions to our understanding of human behavior and how to promote positive outcomes. For example, BADA research has helped us to develop more effective inventions for anxiety, depression, and substance abuse. BADA research has also helped us to develop better ways to prevent crime and violence. I don't think BADA research is working, but that's the specific research on the acronym Bard said if you're interested. If you're interested, you could go check it out for yourself. Don't believe anything I'm saying? Go research it. It's there. It's real. So then I asked him to explain BADA research conducted within the government. BADA research conducted within the government is typically focused on addressing specific social and economic challenges. For example, U.S. government has conducted BADA research on topics such as reducing recidivism. What you say now? If we want to look at BADA with Kamala Kaka Harris or Bara Ka Abomination, this is what he was sent to do. It's telling you what his whole goal in the administration of the BADA research under Barack Obama and Kamala Kaka slithering serpent tongue Harris. Reducing recidivism rates among prisoners, improving educational outcomes for low-income students, preventing the spread of infectious diseases, and promoting public health safety. They have to research the disastrous part of it to make it right? Wrong. And then they're going to put Kamala Kaka Harris in charge of the guns? Oh my goodness, huh? Oh my goodness. This research is often conducted by government agencies such as the National Institutes of Health, the National Science Foundation, the Department of Defense. It is also conducted by the government-funded research institutions such as universities and think tanks. Here are some of the specific examples of BADA research conducted within the government. The National Institute of Drug Abuse is conducting BADA research on the development of more effective treatment and substance abuse. I remember yesterday, and it's been a few days, every time I say I don't do drugs, the people look at me and act like I'm saying something wrong or I'm lying or I'm making up stuff. And as easy as it is to P-test me and see, they'll just say it's something wrong with me just because I'm saying that. I had a whole grown man own the company sitting there looking at me like I'm saying something wrong when I say I don't do drugs. For real. They can't even P-test none of the... Now, I did take some ibuprofen the other day, but it seems like it has to be some type of connection to them to make sense. You can't just be out here and be about Jesus and trying to make a difference and a change within, because it starts within and then it ends abroad. But let me finish and stop talking, be quiet, and read. Here are some of the specific research conducted within the government. The National Institute of Drug Abuse is conducting BADA research on the development of more effective treatments And I told them 2, 3, 4 to 5. I'm not gonna let y'all take a for somebody. If you do drugs, when I medicine and stuff, and I am, and then they said, well, we can't help you. Now, if I'm doing drugs, I could get in the program no matter how bad my heart and stuff is. Ain't that something? You don't believe me. Nobody never believed nothing I'm saying, but I'm telling you, that's part of Bada's research, and I'm a living witness to it. Didn't I tell y'all everything I read is going to have something to do with me? It's going to come back straight to me. The Centers of Disease Control and Prevention is conducting Bada research on the prevention of chronic disease such as heart disease, stroke, and cancer. The National Institute of Mental Health is conducting BADA research on the development of more effective treatments for mental health disorders, such as depression and anxiety. The National Institute of Child Health and Human Development is conducting BADA research on the development of effective programs. Results of BADA research conducted within the government and implement public policies and programs. This research can help the government make more informed decisions about how to allocate resources. I don't want to say, okay, I'm going to sit right there in my safe spot. Huh? However I go, that's the way God meant for it to be. BADA research conducted within the government is essential to ensuring the well-being of citizens by understanding human behavior and how to promote positive outcomes. The government can develop more effective policies and programs to improve the lives of its citizens. I'm going to get louder and louder, believe that. So Jackson Hole can come and send their people, FBI, CIA, sheriff, police, the Browns, the Parkers, anybody. I'm just gonna get louder and louder. I ain't going nowhere. Okay. All right. I hope you heard me. Okay. So then I asked. I'm gonna skip over to Dr. Malachi Z. York questions. And what year are we in Hebrew calendar? And I asked that for the purposes of the October 4th event. And Bard breaks down the way their calendar works, the Jewish calendar. But remember, I was reading the Day of Atonement last night. It's in the briefings for yesterday, the day of the Yom Kippur, when I told you they're saying that 7 million women and children are at risk and vulnerable for a malnutrition. Put it right under the Day of Atonement in the White House briefings. So I just wanted to show you that, but I did this research on September 21st. Here's something else that I asked. What year are we Martian calendar, Mars? Today is Thursday, September 1st, 2023. So that's when I did this dialogue between Bar and I in the Gregorian calendar. According to the Martian Sol, it is Sol 2643 of Martian year 3748. We only in 2023, but Martian calendar is already in year 3748. For real? Okay. A Martian soul is slightly longer than an Earth day, lasting approximately 24 hours and 39 minutes and 35 seconds. A Martian year is approximately 687 Earth days long, or 668 Martian souls. Huh. 668 Martian souls. The Martian soul is used by scientists and engineers to track time on Mars. The Martian soul is used by scientists and engineers to track time on Mars. So Mars already has time. It is also used by rovers, the dogs that's on Mars, with all them DNA samples and stuff, and 1 million names on the back of the dogs. It is also used by rovers and other spacecraft to schedule their activities. Here are some interesting facts about Martian Sol. The Martian Sol is named after Sol, of course, the Roman god of the sun. So Mars is already under Roman rule. The first Martian Sol was observed by Viking 1 lander on July 20th, 1976. Now, you mean to tell me the Martian Soul of 1976, here that Bard is talking about, the artificial Martian soul is an artificial intelligence, because according to the sacred Nawapian teaching of Dr. Malachi Z. York, he says that on July 20th, 1976, the Viking took a photograph of an artificial intelligence being. It says here, Bard says, the first Martian soul was observed by the Viking 1 lander, July 20th, 1976. I'm going to show you my phone, and I'm going to show you. See that? That's Bard. That's Bard. That's Bard and I. And this, and the date that I pulled this. See that date? See that date? Is it coming in clear? No. See this? First landing. See this? First landing. See that? Where does it say artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence. So you don't have to believe me. You can check this out. This is up to date. Everything that I'm reading you has to do with Revelation right now as we speak. Well, as am I speaking to you. Okay. The longest Martian soul on record was Soul 1582, which lasted 24 hours, 39 minutes, 35.244 seconds. The shortest Martian soul on record was Soul 1543, which lasted 24 hours, 39 minutes, and 22 seconds. And he said, I hope this was helpful. That was very helpful to me, Bard, because I wanted to see how closely or how much information they've uploaded in the system when they probed Dr. Malachi Z. York and extracted all the information from him by force and torture. Prompted, is there any government, I asked him, is there any government entity running? I asked him, was there any government entity running under the Martian Soul calendar? He said, currently there's no government entity running under the Martian Soul calendar. However, there are a number of private organizations that use the Martian Soul calendar, such as the Mars Society and the Space Frontier Foundation. There are a few reasons why the government entity might choose to run under the Martian solar calendar. First, it will allow the government to better coordinate its activities with other organizations that are already using Martian solar calendar. Second, it would help to prepare the government for the possibility of future human colonization of Mars. However, there are also some challenges to running a government under the Martian solar calendar. One challenge is that the Martian solar is slightly longer than the Earth day. This means that the government would need to adjust the work schedules and calendars accordingly. Another challenge is that the Martian year is approximately 687 Earth days long. This means that the government would need to adjust their fiscal accordingly. Despite the challenges, remember I told you, they tell us we're in one space and time, but according to fiscal, we're not even in 2023 yet. Despite the challenges, there are a number of potential benefits to running the government under the Martian solar calendar. It is possible that we will see the government entities running under the Martian solar calendar in the future as we become more involved in space exploration and colonization. All right, what else did I ask Bard? So I started asking him about Space Frontier, but I don't want to get on that right now. But I did ask him because the Space Frontier Foundation is ran by someone named Rick Tumlinson. Rick Tumlinson is the one that created the calendar, the Martian solar calendar, right? Him and his son. But I skipped over that for you right now. I won't bring that up. I want you to know how closely this man works with Elon Musk. So I said, does Rick Tumlinson and Elon Musk work together? Yes, Rick Tumlinson and Elon Musk have worked together on a number of occasions. Tumlinson is one of the pioneers of the new space movement. So there is a movement. Now, if you want to know what a movement is, this morning I was listening to Mahalia Jackson singing "The Walls of Jericho" in a choir behind Dr. Martin Luther King. And he said, if you want to know what a movement is, you need to be here in Chicago. That's what he said when she had finished singing "The Walls of Jericho." I'm just making that connection. But this right here says a new space movement. Okay, Tumlinson is one of the pioneers of a new space movement, which is the private sector-led effort to reduce the costs and increase the accessibility of space travel. Musk is the founder of CEO and SpaceX, which is one of the leading new space companies. Tumlinson and Musk have collaborated on a number of projects, including the development of the Falcon 9 rocket, which is SpaceX's workhorse rocket. The development of the Dragon. So you have the horse, the 9 horses, the Dragon spacecraft, and its commercial spacecraft, and Starlink constellation. The development of the Starlink satellite constellation, which is a global broadband and satellite internet service. I wonder what is the shape of the Starlink constellation. Has anyone done the shape? Like they've done the shape of the Big Dipper, Little Dipper, and all that, right? What is the shape of the Starlink constellation? Has anyone done that yet? Let me ask Bard. Let me finish reading this part, and then I'm going to ask Bard that question. Tumlinson and Musk are both strong advocates for space exploration and development. They believe that space has the potential to solve some of the world's most pressing problems, such as climate change and resource scarcity. In addition to their work on specific projects, Tumlinson and Musk have also worked together to promote new space movement. They have both testified before Congress and spoken publicly about the importance of space exploration and development. Thomason and Musk are two of the most influential figures in space industry. They are working together. Their work together has helped to make space exploration and development more accessible and affordable. They are both committed to making space a reality for everyone. Here are some of the examples of how Rick Thomason and Elon Musk have worked together. In 2013, I told y'all Elon Musk came out of nowhere, but obviously Thomason been working with Elon since 2013. Thomason was the co-founder of the Space Fund, a venture capital firm that invests in early-stage space companies. In 2015, the Space Fund invested $1 million into SpaceX. This investment was used to help SpaceX develop the Falcon 9 rocket and the Dragon spacecraft. The investment from the Space Fund was one of the first major investments in SpaceX. It helped to validate SpaceX's business model and attract other investors. The investment also helped to fund the development of Falcon 9 rocket and the Dragon spacecraft, which has since become two of the most successful commercial space vehicles on the market. The collaboration between Rick Thomason and Elon Musk is a good example of how the new space movement is changing the way that space exploration is done. By working together, the private sector can reduce the cost and increase accessibility of space. Ain't no getting to Mars. This will open up new opportunities, blah, 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 blah. So that's enough of that part right there. I wanted to know how involved is the person that created the Martian Soul calendar to Elon Musk. But let me ask Bard, what is the shape? Okay, yeah, let me ask Bard. Dang, I need to keep going. I can find out about the space of the shape of the Starlink later, because now I start going into Cali. I asked what I switched gears and I asked, what is the etymology of Cal? Is Cal and Cali related? Is Cali related to Alpha in mythology? Who is Alpha in religion? Is Cali and Cal related? And the reason why I guess I'm coming in now. Let me see. Wait a minute. Y'all, I'm doing a mic check. I can't tell. And this other phone acting up. They don't want me reading no more. They say you doing too much. Oh man, I couldn't ignore that call. They not letting me sign into my YouTube. Okay, hold up. Greater light. Okay. Oh yeah. Yep. I'm back. Okay. So here. Let me continue. Where was I? I had to take that call, y'all. My grandkids be calling me in the morning, and today is picture day, so I got the pictures before the picture day. I got the picture. I had to look at the picture before the picture day. All right. I was reading Bard. I was reading from Bard. And I said I was going to skip the Cali Cow part. Let me go back to... I can't skip it. I can't do it. I can't skip it. I got to read it. All right. Hold on one second. Ooh. I almost knocked all my coffee down and everything. Ooh. Ooh, these seats hard. All right. These seats feel worse than concrete. They need a little cushion or something. Okay. I asked, what is the etymology of cow? I ended up going to Cali. Cow. Going back to Cali. And if you listen to my live last night, I kept talking about going back to Cali when they honored, the Congressional Black Caucus honored LL Cool J and MC Light, and then ended the whole sermon about the North Star. And you know, Kamala Harris says she's the daughter of Cali. LL Cool J's one of his most popular songs is Going Back to Cali. And even though I did this September 21st, that information about the Congressional Black Caucus didn't come out until the 23rd. So I don't know if they're following me or I'm following them. You tell me. You go check it out. But I can screenshot this right here, information, September 21st. But according to how all the calendars messed up, who knows what I've been doing on which date. Am I on Martian soul calendar time? Huh? Am I the one controlling time? Can I be better than Cher and turn back time? Cher only wished that she could turn back time. Okay, the name cow has a variety of etymologies depending on its origin. English, cal is short for the name male given Cal, Callum, or Calvin. Calgon, take me away. Spanish, cal is a variant of calle ocho, the street. Portuguese, cal is the shortened form of canal. The Galatians, cal is a habitational name from a numerous of places called Cal in Galatia, Spain, named with a word meaning limestone. In the Mayan calendar, Cal is a Mayan name of unexplained etymology. Ooh, it's unexplained in the Mayan language. That's crazy. That means it's mysterious. Cal is a mysterious name because they destroyed all the Mayan codexes and books and scripts, right? Okay. The name Cal can also be used as a surname. Surnames with the spelling Cal are most commonly found in Guatemala, Spain, and Portugal. The name Cal is relatively rare in English-speaking countries because it has become more popular in recent years. It is short, easy to pronounce, and a name with positive meaning. Okay. Nothing about the daughter of Cali sounds positive to me, but that's just my opinion. So then I asked Bard to, is Cal and Cali related? So when I said C-A-L, is it related to Cali? K-A-L-I. Well, the name Cal and Cali are not related etymologically. Cal is short for the male name given names Caleb, Calum, and Calvin. Kali is a Hindu goddess associated with time, doomsday, and death. Did you know that? You going back to Kali, huh? Did you know when she says she's the daughter of Kali, huh? Yeah, you just tell him and he got you. So Kali is the Hindu goddess associated with doomsday and death. Wait, with time, doomsday, and death. Kali is a Hindu goddess associated with time, doomsday, and death. I'm going to say it one more time. Kali is a Hindu goddess associated with time, doomsday, and death. Can I say that one more time? When I tell y'all, Kamala Harris said she is the daughter of Cali. When Kamala Harris took her slithery serpent tongue and said, and the governor of California said that we are under Shiva's rule. The United States is under Shiva's rule, and they did a whole baptism. When the Congressional Black Caucus opened up their awards of Phoenix Rising the other day and said that LL Cool J going back to Cali has to be honored. They are representing Kali, a Hindu goddess associated with time, doomsday, and death. Her name is derived from the Sanskrit word Kala, meaning Balak, or time. See there? When I kept saying Balak, Balak, you gonna be Balak or you gonna be black, right? And then people was getting offended, talking about I'm talking against black people and all that. And all she do is stand up and say black Americans, but she don't even represent black America. She represents slithering serpent Shiva. That's what she represents. And she's taking as many people as she could take with her. You was looking for the devil to be risen up by film industry makers saying it was going to look like one man in the Omen. But it's Kamala Harris and Obama. You gonna be fooled if you want to. So anyways, Here we go. There are some phonetic similarities between the two names, but they are not related in meaning or origin. However, it is possible that the two names could be associated with each other in some cultural or religious context. For example, in some Hindu traditions, Kali is seen as the mother goddess who represents destructive aspect of creation. In this context, Kali could be seen as a counterpart to more benevolent mother goddess such as Parvati and Lakshmi. Ultimately, whether or not the names Kal and Kali are related is a matter of interpretation. Now I'm going back to Bible interpretations the other day so you understand or comprehend why I brought up Kali. Let me see. Why I brought up Kali again. Or you could go to, you know what, I don't have to do that. Go to whitehouse.gov and go to briefings, and you will see the rituals that they're doing through the Congressional Black Caucus in the raising up and continuation to raise up Shiva through the churches and through hip hop and everything else. Okay, don't believe me, check it out. I'm telling you. Okay, what else did I ask Bard? Okay, the other day I was watching, what you call it, Godzilla with somebody. And they referred to Hydra as Alpha, and I said no. And because they said that, I went ahead and put it in. Is Kali related to Alpha in mythology? So here's what he had to say. No. So that right there, wasn't even finna go back and forth and debate with the person. I really wasn't. But it was interesting that their perspective went like that. But I didn't agree. That was non-agreeable through my DNA. Because my DNA specifies Alpha according to science and technology and the research and development that they've done on me. And I know my blood is not connected to Kali. Okay, so even though the person had a good stance in their perspective, I know for a fact that Alpha is not connected to Kali. God is Alpha and Omega. Ain't nothing about Kali, Kamala, Biden, the Blacks, they slithering, raising of Murdoch and all that. That's not connected to Alpha. But good try, huh? In his maritime laws, good try. So I'm not gonna read none of that. I clicked it and it said no. If you're interested in knowing what Bard had to say about Kali and Alpha in mythology, you could go and check it out. All right. Who is Alpha in religion? So I asked who is Alpha in religion. And there's no specific figure called Alpha in any major religion. However, the word Alpha is used in a number of religious contexts. In Christianity, Alpha is the first letter of the Greek alphabet. It is often represented the beginning of something, such as the beginning of creation, the beginning of a new era. Alpha is sometimes used to represent Jesus Christ, who is seen as the beginning and the end of all things. In the book of Revelation, Jesus Christ says, I am the Alpha and the Omega, the first and the last, the beginning and the end. This verse is often interpreted to mean that Jesus is the beginning and the end of all creation, that he is the first and the last person who will ever exist. Alpha is also used in some religious tradition For example, in some Hindu traditions, the goddess Kali is seen as the Alpha and Omega of time, representing the beginning and the end of all things. That's how the Hindus want to think, huh? The Hindus, it's doomsday destruction, and it's where a time will be no more, huh? See, Jesus can kill that time right there. God, when God comes down, when the throne comes down, huh? And the emerald lights that's around the city looking like a spaceship to some people, and they're gonna be scared because they still got the mark of the beast. They got the mark of Biden and Kamala Harris talking about they down with the covenant and the black caucus and all that good stuff, huh? When it's coming down like that, God already said time will be no more. So Kamala, Kaka, Cali, daughter of Cali, and all y'all will cease to exist if you continue in your wicked ways. You know there's room at the cross for you, Kamala Harris. Huh? There's a chance. But you have to turn from your wicked ways and start leading the people down the road to hell. That's all I got to say. I'm about to close out because I done said too much. Greater light. I'm going to come back later, I promise. And I don't know what it is. Like I said, I'm on a new mission. I'm doing 3 different subjects a day, huh? 3 different subjects a day. That gives people more variety, huh? That puts me at a better balance because there's some balance between the Trinity, right? The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. Greater light.